Guys, it was a pretty decent Sunday. I got to pick me up another little toy. I went on OfferUp and I got an electric start 72cc. Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, I've got two great bikes, don't get me wrong. This Apollo XDR is amazing. I mean, it's been my favorite bike. I've actually sold this bike two times and bought it back from the previous buyer, and then built it, and then another person begged for it and I sold it to them, and then about a year later they bent the handlebars and did some damage to it, and I said, I'll take it back. That one I bought from some little kid. You guys have seen the videos. It's been great. Today's my adopted brother's birthday, and I'm hoping that he'll call me so that we can go and screw off today, because I got to make sure that this tire's straight. I'm not 110% sure that it is. I mean, like, I feel like it's straight, but like, I don't really feel like it's straight. It didn't make any noise, but when I was walking it kinked twice from the driveway to the where you see it. Anyways, got me a new one. Check it out. Christmas of 2015. The previous owner's dad bought it for his 5-year-old boy who isn't into sports and things like that. But it's been sitting for 4 or 5 years. Dad only rode it once or twice. And the ad says, doesn't start, can't figure it out, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So there's the original battery. And you already know they're worthless. This is from the old four-wheeler. I just showed you guys a tutorial on how to do a battery swap on it. And the one that has a digital battery, warranty meter, and all that crap. But my biggest favorite thing about this is this electric start button. And the fact that it only weighs like 80 pounds, you could dump it in the smallest car that you could think of. I've jammed these into Hyundai Velosters. Yeah, the Veloster. Oh my God. Fits in the back of a Veloster, no problem. So anyways, we're going to see how she starts. I bought it not running. So I'm going to go ahead and see what we can do here. Again, I never prepared, so... Is that it? That looks like a wiener. Cool. Hey, Rocco. All right, where's the paper towel? So I know the carb is going to be just garbage. It hasn't been running like 4 or 5 years. The battery wouldn't start. So I've got this set up with a booster just in case. I need to charge the battery anyways. Make sure the connections were tight. Since I don't have a cheap rag, I'm going to use a paper towel. I'm going to wrap the carburetor with it, because there's no fuel in the carb, and if there is, we don't want it. So I'm just going to jacket the carburetor and some kind of a cloth that will absorb fluid and still be able to breathe. There we go. The best carburetor cleaner, period. I have tried it all. Being a technician of 24 years, you get bored in the winters, and everybody's got their own preference. So one winter, I took all the caps, all the bottles, and stuck them on one of the work tables and told nobody to touch them. I took apart an Isuzu engine that it had like 250,000 miles on it, and I just pulled out clumps of carbon, just big clumps of oil-filled carbon. And I stuck them inside the caps. And I sprayed each of the fluids into each one, and I let them sit there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. This was done in like 3 days. Everything else took weeks, and some of it didn't even happen at all. So STP is just, what do they call that? A wallet separator. Because all it does is separate your wallet from your butt. Okay, so here I'm going to go ahead and coat this paper towel and carburetor cleaner. This is now fuel. Turn the key on. That was 2 clicks. All right, here we go. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love it. This is great. Oh, don't lose that. I got to buy one of these. I'm not being sponsored. I love this company though. It's called kidsatvparts.com. I've met the owner. He's an adult, but he still has one or two of these little guys, and he loves them. And he offers a lot of Chinese replacement parts for Hondas, knockoffs, Polaris, Yamahas. I've seen some stuff in there that doesn't need to be in there. Anything you can imagine to buy, this dude's got it. I've been inside his warehouse, and I know I shouldn't be, but I've been there enough times. I get lost, and I can come out spending $150, and I've got a box that's as big as this bike, full of stuff. I could rebuild a couple of bikes with it. Anyways, I'm yabbering. This is probably like 25-30 cents. This is going to be a new ignition. I'm going to go ahead and get a new one anyways. This is probably going to set me back $5-6. We already know the carburetor's garbage. I'm going to go ahead and get one for probably $9 to $12 plus shipping. And while I'm in there, I'll get a new air filter. I'll see if I can get the air filter box to come up a little bit higher up here. We'll go ahead and put a headlight on, replace the starter because it's a little sticky. But I'll go ahead and get a new throttle and a new throttle cable. Maybe I'll go thumb throttle because my girlfriend, she's never ridden. And I think we've all seen what happens. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and give her a thumb throttle and see if let the girl ride this and see what she thinks of it. After that, we'll go ahead and bring the gear ratio down on this sprocket. It's probably a 15 tooth. I'm probably going to go to 14 teeth. I don't need to go 40 miles an hour. However, I do want to climb some dunes and get up some tough stuff. We'll make our little billy goat out of it, We'll get some Bridgestones or some Pirelli Scorpions. As you see, I like Pirelli Scorpions. They're great tires. Absolutely love them. I have another Pirelli tire sitting over there, if you can see it. Right there. There's another one. I love them. They work really, really well. They take a lot of abuse. They're really good on the street. I don't like the street, but when you get on there, it's not scary. However, these are. If you do pick up these China bikes, replace the tires. They're no good. Unless you're really good at riding, and you don't want to give this to your kid because the rubber makes you feel uneasy, and it gives you false confidence. We're going to go ahead and replace that. I might even replace this guy. That's probably going to set me back $40. It's pretty cheap at kidsatvparts.com. We'll go ahead and get a new fuel switch. Maybe I'll get a whole new body. They're like $25-30 for an entire body, and then I think he has new seats, the ones with the little straps that go across, like the updated Honda seats. Maybe even some bars. But I do want to keep the drum brakes. Those are going to be fine for me. Oh my God, it runs. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's hear it again. The carburetor cleaner's evaporated enough so that it'll just suck it up. And then once the evaporation's gone, she'll shut off. Exactly. So these cars, the reason why I'm not going to build this one is because these China carbs right here, they don't have threads. They cheat. What they did is they press it on, and then they have like a little, let's see if you can see it. They have a little pen that they stick in here. That way you can't unscrew the top. It just spins and spins. There it is. I found the pen. That's the only way to get the cap off. Now you got to put it back on. That's great, cool, whatever. Rebuild the carb. I'll just get a new one for $9. And then I'll get a new air filter and all that to make it look cooler. We'll see if we can get a clear cover for the engine housing. That way you can see the stator and all the stuff working around. We'll go ahead and update the primary gear, get rid of this chain. I'm going to go ahead and replace this little skid stopper for a full chain guard because I like to do stupid stuff. And these shields are actually really good. It feels like it's loose back here. I wonder if it's missing anything. Are we missing bolts? We're missing bolts. Look at that, kids. We're missing bolts. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade that and make that a lot better. These things make a lot of vibrational noise when you're revving up high. I hate it. Even if it's not, I've got more of them up there. See, look, I got a couple of them. It's gold. Either way, little project bikes like this are great for all kinds of reasons. And if you get a couple of them going, the neighborhood kids want to get involved.